I don't know how to work this app as well as I wish I did. Um, this is going to go on to my segment that I had like 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I started the podcast, but then I kind of dropped it because I don't watch movies or TV shows like that unless it's anime.
Hmm.
And my opinions on anime shows are they're something,
Hmm.
as you know.
Yeah.
But I wanted to start off the podcast with like talking about amnesia memories first because I'm still in the middle of it. And
Hmm.
that one that one that one's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. And I want to talk about Toma's route.
Hmm. Hmm.
The one with the dog cage.
Oh,
Yeah, that one.
yeah. Yeah, that one.
That one that one was that one was surprising even for me. Just
Even for you.
as someone who's just like sitting here like, yeah, I'm cool with all this stuff. I'm cool with being sold for $50 million. Wow.
You're cool with seeing someone murder a child.
I'm down with child murder. Only to go from I'm down with child murder to this is terrible.
Wow. Wow.
He put me in the dog cage.
I mean, it kind of speaks wonders when something is terrible, even to you. Like, no offense, but like you handle a lot with these.
I do, don't I?
Yeah, it's like
I mean,
dealing with crazy boyfriends.
like on one side though, at the same time, I am scarred for life from one, and it's not even as bad as like all the other bullshit that happens in the other ones.
Really?
Yeah, it's just something as simple as being gaslight gatekeep girl boss by my verbally abusive husband.
Huh.
Because the
From
thing
the
is,
amount of stories I've heard from you with like how intensive these things can get, that's kind of surprisingly tame.
it's just like because you're in a marriage and he's cheating on you, but he's like verbally abusing you, and then you go dating your this is getting into a whole different story, but a story, a whole different category I will never talk about because I won't touch the rest of the stories because of that one story. But like, I remember the name. The dude's name was Kippe, and I was like, never again. I see your face.
Wow.
No. Like, so he started
Wow.
gaslighting you about like you being a bad wife. And then so you start cheating, and then you feel bad for cheating, and you're like, I'm such a terrible person for cheating on my husband. Like, girl, he's cheating on you first, and he
As
told
if
you
he
he's cheating
wasn't
on you.
cheating and oh my god, he told you?
Yes,
I
yes, he tells you that he's cheating on you, and you're just sitting here like, oh my God, I feel so bad for cheating on him. And your boss is like this great guy. And like, it gets to a point where you like get put into the hospital, and your
what?
husband's like, I feel so bad. I forgot how you get put in the hospital if you like, if it's an accident or something, but you get put in the hospital. And then your husband's like, I feel so bad. You're so terrible for cheating on me, though. I'm not going to leave you. And then your mistress over here is like, please leave your husband. And you're like,
Oh,
no, I can't leave my husband. I love him. And I'm such a terrible person for cheating. And I'm just here like, I want
he's
to end.
cheating too. Oh my gosh.
You see why I was over here like, I can't handle this.
Yeah, yeah. But still, hmm. Yeah,
Like all the other stuff, I'm like, I can be emotionally distant from that.
yeah.
Like I'm emotionally I'm emotional about it, but I just disassociate with the problem here.
You're
This
over here like, this would traumatize me, but I'm not gonna let it. It's fine.
exactly. But then this one here is just here like throw it in your face. The dude, your mistress has to ask him to leave you.
What?
Yeah, yeah. While you're in the hospital, like talking about how you're gonna stay with your husband, your fucking mistress over here is in the back, like, hey, can you please leave my wife? I mean, please leave your wife. I can treat her better than you. You're just terribly abusive and you're gaslighting her now.
I mean, does it work?
He takes a few days, but then he's like, I have to leave you. And then he kind of just deuces out the situation.
Wow.
Also, you're not leaving him because of your parents, because your parents are like, he's a good guy. And you're like, he's cheating on me. And they're like, but he's still financially good. And I'm just here like, what?
So
Mom.
financials apparently determine a person's worth.
And I'm like, my boss is also financially good too. What you need?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And then you end happily ever after. And I'm just here like, so I just went through 15 chapters and like 5 hours of trauma.
15?
Yes, 15 chapters.
Oh my gosh.
Mind you, Amnesia Memories is a little bit worse because you're going through a month worth of like days in Amnesia Memories.
Mm-hmm.
Because did I tell you the whole point storyline of Amnesia Memories?
You might have, but knowing me, I most likely forgot.
So Amnesia Memories is like this storyline where a magical spirit bumps into you and then it like invades your mind and then you lose all your memories because the magical spirit of Ryan, who looks like an 8-year-old boy, is
Mm.
like in your head. So then he's like, hey, you don't have any memories anymore because I crashed into you and now all your memories are gone.
So you just got this little 8-year-old looking guy over here, like, hey, whoopsies.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he's like, I'm gonna help you get your memories back, but I can't touch anything. No one else can see me. No one else can hear me. And if you get any memories back, I start disappearing. And then you can't hear me. You can't see me. And I'm just
Wait,
here
what?
like, okay.
Wait a minute. So he's over here, like, I'm gonna make you look like a crazy person until you get your memories back because you're gonna be talking to the air
Pretty
with no
much.
response.
The funny thing is it gets pointed out in Ken's route.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it gets pointed out and kicked out. And I'm like, this is the third route, and I'm on, and it finally gets pointed out that I like half the time I just when you guys think I'm spacing out and I'm just staring at air, just like nodding my head along to like as if the air is talking to me. None of you guys say anything except Kit.
Wow. What? It astonishes me that they wouldn't say anything.
But yeah, it's so weird. But at the same time, so what happens is you don't even get a common route first because there's usually a prologue that you go on.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even get a prologue in this game. The
Oh.
first, yeah, you get to pick a card because they have like the characters for not the characters, but the symbols for the cards like hearts, spade, clover, and
Yeah.
diamond.
The
Me and
suits.
me and my dumbass thought Toma was somebody else. I don't know why I thought he was something else, but he was Diamond, and that was the first route I picked.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah, and I had like a basic knowledge of what I was getting into because nobody ever really explains like the deep dive that is this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I deep dived, I got into it. You wake up in the hospital for
Okay.
Toma's route. Toma's route's like the only one you wake up in the hospital in, and the only person there is Toma. And I'm just here like, oh, why is nobody here for me? Do I have no friends? Does
No
nobody care?
family?
Toma comes in, he's like, are you okay? Are you good? You fell and hit your head.
Are
And
you okay? Are you good while you're laying in a hospital bed?
and then I'm just staring at him blankly, and he's like, she needs to be, test needs to be done on her. And of course, the
Because you're
doctor,
just staring at him?
you're not talking as much as you usually do.
He, he, he walks in, you're just like, I wonder who this guy is. And he's like, she needs something done! Something happened!
And then Orion's over here like, is this your boyfriend? And I'm just here like, how am I supposed to know? I'm the one with amnesia.
You wouldn't be here if I knew.
It's so dumb. But then, like, of course, the doctors decide that they're gonna keep you in the hospital for like 3 days
Oh.
to do MRI scans and all this other stuff. And I'm just here like, this is Japan.
Oh.
This is straight up some Japan stuff because if you were an American, I would have said no.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
have been leaving that hospital within the hour.
Oh, yeah. They'd have you wait for like 4 hours, and then they'd run the test and get you out in an hour.
And then at the same time, you'd be saying, no, I don't want these tests because I don't want to pay this bill.
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
And then not only that, and then I had to stay a few more days because they were like, oh, our MRI machine is broken. You have to stay a
Broken?
couple more days.
Bro, bro. They're like, hey, I know you were staying here just for this test, but would you mind just staying a little bit longer?
For real. Yes, yes. They're like, you want to stay here a little bit longer because, the machine's broken. And then Orion's over here like, stay in the hospital for longer. You need to leave the hospital so you can get some stimuli, so you can get your memories back. Because if you don't get your memories back, you basically become a catatonic doll.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
wow. Wow.
And me being the one who already knows about like some of the background stuff, like the fifth character, because you can't play the fifth character.
Okay.
You have to play everybody else's routes first before getting the fifth character.
Oh, okay.
But the fifth character shows up in everybody else's routes
Hmm.
because he's psycho, psycho, psycho.
Like good psycho or like bad psycho?
He has that multiple personality disorder going on
Mm.
there. So, half the time he's a nice guy, half the time he's there to kill you.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, like majority of the routes he just kind of comes up to you and he's like, "Hey, do you remember me? How are you doing? Who are you dating this time?"
This time?
Yeah. And you're just kind of like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Oh, so you don't remember me. I should stay away from you. Something very bad might happen if I keep staying around you."
Jeez. Man's
And
over
then
here like, I know that you lost your memories and this happens over and over and over again. But you know what? I know what I do over and over and over again. So I'm gonna do right by you by letting you know and being super vague about what I do to
and then
you.
like sometimes he's just been like, if you stay around me, you might get hurt or possibly die. And you're just sitting here like, what the hell? Who is this random stranger?
Gosh, if a random stranger said that to me while I was like walking down the street, I'd call the police.
No, the thing is, he just does it on the street in Toma's route. Like,
What?
it's just random in the middle of the street on Toma's route all the time.
I. Oh my gosh.
And he always waits till you're alone, too. But Yukio, crazy man, he was like the most helpful in Toma's route because that man was like, "Oh, so you're with Toma? You know he's not your boyfriend, right?
What?
You better stay safe because somebody's gonna kill you. It might not be me." And then you're like, "Who are you? What the heck?"
It's like that one meme with the little kid. Wait a minute. Who are you?
But yeah, after you get out the hospital, because Toma's been there right by your side the whole time, he takes you back to your house because,
In 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 the context of what happens later on, that's very discomforting.
like as a parent, you're just thinking like he's just a nice guy. He knows, so I must trust him because I know where he live. He knows where I live.
Ooh,
He was coming to pick me up,
ooh,
stuff like this. And then he tells you like you guys are childhood friends, and you're like, okay, okay, seems okay.
cool,
He seems
nice.
because he starts pulling out stuff about like how he knew you when you were a child and you guys used to play together, just like pulling out some memories there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, okay,
And since you don't have yours, you're like, what else do I have to believe?
yeah. And then Orion over here is like, I watched him all night. He's a good guy. He's good. He's okay.
O'Brien's your little like guard dog.
The guard dog that can't do shit.
The guard dogs who's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch out. I'm gonna watch your back. I'm gonna keep an eye out all night to make sure nothing happens to you. If something does happen, sorry, pal.
Can't do anything about it.
You're gonna have to work on that one on your own.
So of course you go home, and then like I think he leaves you a look. I blocked out majority of his route, okay?
You were so traumatized.
Because I was sitting here like, I'm already suspicious of you. I
Yeah,
already know you're crazy.
yeah.
Plus, when you go check the parameters, he's the only one that has a parameter for doubt.
Ooh.
He's the only character that you can doubt in the whole game.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
so man most likely lies a lot.
So for starters, you start looking around your house because you're like, okay, I need to find some stuff to help me bring my memories back,
Hmm.
like a normal person. So you go to your computer. You can't get into your computer because your battery is missing.
What the hell?
Yeah, your whole battery is missing. And then I'm also pretty sure this was a route where like all your contacts are gone except for like three people.
Dang. Well, that's mad suspicious.
And you're like, okay, this is weird, but okay.
Yeah, because at that point, I can see someone being like, well, maybe I did this
Yeah.
before I hit my head, before I lost my memories. Maybe I had a reason to do this.
And then like it just a series of like a few days of like Toma coming over to check on you. And like I don't even remember what the hell was happening, but he just kept coming over to check on you. And then you're like, okay, thanks. I want to go outside. He's like, no, you can't go outside. I'll be back to check on you though. And you're like, I kind of want to go to work. So then he takes you to work after a few days of sitting in the house because he's like, I still just don't feel comfortable with you going outside because your family lives abroad somewhere.
But if you have a house there, clearly you've been there for a bit, especially if you have a house full of stuff.
Mhm. So,
What would your family living abroad have to do with that? Even if you don't have your memories, you can find your way around.
yeah. And then you have a phone as well.
Yeah, then you can definitely. Why? Okay.
So
Um.
he takes you to your job. And because he also used to work there once upon a time, but he stopped working there because his schoolwork got too hard.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah, I guess, yeah. I only have to put up the ones on the top rack and the ones that are in the on the thing. Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't have to do it right now? Okay. Yeah, but so he goes to your work and because he used to work there but stopped working because of all the whole school stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of someone.
we love the small jazz.
Yeah, but he's like, "Hey, manager, she can't come to work from now on."
After
Like,
taking you to
so
work? Why'd he take you there just to tell them you quit?
he basically said, You can't work for the rest of the month. She can't work for the rest of the month because she hit her head once, and I don't want her falling at work."
Um, you want to work? Okay.
And I'm just sitting here like, "What? I want to work though.
If you're
I
not
want to."
falling, if you're not falling at home, why would you fall at work?
And then, of course, the manager trusts him. He's like, "Okay, just come back when you're healthier and better."
I'm right there. Well, you're right there. They can see you're healthy and better. They can see you're fine.
And I'm just here like, "What? You're just gonna trust a random person who tells you I'm not okay over me, the person?"
Exactly. Someone who quit not too long ago. Like, you don't
It's
know
like,
what
damn,
this man's been doing.
don't know what this man's been up to.
Exactly. He could be a serial killer. You wouldn't know. You're gonna trust him?
So then you go back home because, you're smart like that. And then your friend Shin comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Shin is weird. Shin is mean, not weird, I guess. I think he's weird. He has a piercing on like the side of his like chest plate for some reason. He's the only one with it. And it's just like it's always distracting to me because I'm just here like, is that a piercing on your chest?
Huh. Like a derma piercing?
Yeah.
Huh. Those always freaked me out for some reason. Like, I swear
So
someone's gonna die from one of those.
it's a weird design choice to me because I'm like, he looks fairly normal, and then you just see that little piercing dot, and I'm just here like,
And it's
that's
not
so weird.
it's not like a nipple piercing, like it's actually like in his chest.
Yeah.
Hmm. That is an interesting design choice.
Like, and then none of the other characters have like piercings like there, except in the ear and stuff like that. I'm just here like, yeah, this is weird. Why are you the only one?
And does he have like any other piercings or is it just the one?
I think it's just the one. Unless you like talk about his ear or something, because they always have an ear piercing.
Yeah. I mean, I would expect that from someone who would like have a ton of piercings already. But like just a random chest piercing.
It's so weird. I'm just it's always so distracting and I'm just here looking at it like, why? Why is it here?
Mhm.
Who asked for this?
Nobody.
His route also has me over here like I'm suspicious of you.
Ooh.
I've heard things about his route.
Oh dear. So he comes to see you.
Yeah, he comes to see you and he because like he gets a text message just saying like, "Hey, I'm hurt. I'm not okay," or something like that. And then
Hmm.
he's like, "Why do I care?" Of course, he still comes to see you,
He's over here like, I could care less. I wouldn't even care if I got a text that you died. And he shows up at at your door.
yeah, basically, that's basically what it is. And you're like, okay, you didn't have to come.
Yeah, if you didn't care, could have just stayed home, bud.
And then, of course, he's still over here like, you look fine. Why the hell did you tell everybody you're not okay?
I mean, did you tell everybody you're not okay? Or was like,
No.
oh, okay.
And he's like, why is everybody throwing a fit about you? You don't look hurt at all.
You look perfect. So he has eyes, but the manager doesn't?
Yeah.
Wow.
You see the piercing?
Hold on. I'm opening it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just there.
it's still opening for me. My phone's being slow.
Yeah, but
Oh.
like,
Oh, and it's not even centered.
yeah.
It's like on his boob. Why
It's
is it's his only piercing? It's his only.
you see why I'm just sitting here like, what the hell?
I can only imagine they're sitting there, they're designing him, and they're like, you know what would really bring this character together? You know what's gonna make the girls go crazy? A chest piercing that's not a nipple piercing and isn't centered.
It looks like it should be a nipple piercing.
It does, because it's not even like a derma piercing, which is just like one dot in between your collarbones. Like, this is. It, in one ball is bigger than the other. Out of context, that sounds so bad. I meant the balls on the piercing.
And then in the second piercing, I mean, not the second piercing, but the second picture, that's how I have to look at him the whole time. So I'm just like staring at it.
It's just sticking out. Why is it
And I'm like,
sticking out like that? It looks like it should be a button on his jacket.
it does.
Oh my gosh.
No, but then he's just over here like, okay, I'm gonna stay. And then like, he's like, I'm gonna stay the night. And then Toma's like, no, you're not. You're not gonna stay the night.
This
And
man,
then Shin's
this.
like,
Hold on. So, this man who's like, I could care less if you're hurt, who shows up later and is like, you look fine. Why? Why? He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna sit right here for the rest of the night. I'm not going any. We're having a little sleepover.
and then you have Toma's over here like, no, you're not. You're not staying here. And then of course Shin's like, okay, so you're leaving too, right?
Ooh.
What are you staying here? And he's like, I was going to, but if They don't. If she doesn't want me here, I'll leave.
Oh, so now he gives you a choice?
Only when it comes to having another man stay in the house with me.
Okay.
So
Just
then they finally both leave.
okay.
And Orion's over here making his commentary about like, oh, this is kind of weird. Maybe Toma's not your boyfriend. Is shit actually your boyfriend?
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just here like, why would you think that?
Yeah. Like
Man did not give it.
based on that interaction, why is that your conclusion?
And then he's also like, Toma's pretty protective of you, but he seems like a nice guy. Uh,
What? Man is trying to control your life, and and Orion's over here like, I like him. He's so nice.
so then you go out the next day. You go out early before Toma could get there. And you see
Oh,
in your mailbox. Yes, yes. This is the part where the dead bugs and the dead bugs and whatever the hell else was in there in your mailbox.
dead bugs?
Yeah, dead bugs.
Like big bugs or like baby spiders?
I don't know. I
Just
just wanted to get past that part so fast because just imagining it. Uh,
oh, that's right. You're not good with bugs.
no,
Oh.
no,
Meanwhile, I'm over here having just handled a couple bugs.
no. Me reading that like, oh no, oh no.
Okay, yeah, I remember this now.
The flooding memory. I'm so glad they didn't describe what kind of bugs it was. They were just like, it's just nasty and it stinks. And I'm just like, that's all I need to know. Just speed past that.
Could you imagine if like they actually described them?
We would stop playing right then and there.
We would not be talking about this right
Toma route over with.
now.
We would have been
Completed.
on Kent's route a lot
Done.
faster. I would have been doing math a lot faster. Yes, because Kent's route you have to do math.
Ew.
I felt so dumb doing his route.
Was it like difficult math? Did
He claimed it was elementary school level.
okay, listen, elementary
I only got 4 out of the 10 questions right.
elementary level education is very different depending on where it is.
But he was also asking questions like, what was that? One of the questions was like, if you only get to see your boyfriend 3 days out of the week, and you start dating, you date for 3 months, and you only get to see your boyfriend 3 days out of the week. How many weekends do you get to see your boyfriend? And
Weekends?
yeah, how many weekends do you get to see your boyfriend? And your the first day starts June 1st
Wait, how are you supposed to know what days of the week? That okay.
on a Monday. On a Monday, it starts June 1st, Monday.
And then is there like a consistent schedule from there? Or
So you get to see him every weekend for 3 days.
oh, so like Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah,
Oh,
and you have to
okay.
figure out
So
that schedule.
for 3 months?
Yeah, I thought it
Oh,
was
that's
17, but
36.
apparently
What?
I feel like something's wrong.
There's 36. Oh, that's 36 days. So 12 weekends?
The answer was 16.
16. But there's four weeks in a month, right?
Yeah,
So if we take it from that, 4 weekends in a month, 3 months, 4 times 3 is 12. How's it 16? You would need a whole nother week. Or 2. Okay,
Man, I
sorry.
don't know.
My
My original number, my original answer was 17, and they told me that was wrong, and then I was like, I'm 1 year wrong, but
How did you get 17? Wait, am I doing my math wrong? Okay, wait. This isn't a math podcast. This is
you see why I said I felt dumb after doing.
yeah, because I feel dumb. I was so far off.
Yeah, but that's Ken's route. We can talk about Ken's route when I finish that one.
Yeah.
Because you have to start his route doing math.
What do you say?
You have to start Ken's route doing math
Oh my gosh.
because he tells you if you can do this math problem, he'll pay for your food, no questions asked.
Oh dang, free food.
Yeah, at least that one was easy. That one was the only easy one.
Oh my gosh. It wasn't even easy.
But there was some easy questions, like percentage questions, where it was like asking you, like, if you have 1,000 students and the percentage of girls is like 39%, and then you with another school, and they mix with another school that has 900 students, and the percentage of girls is 50%. How many girls are inside the school? That one was easy for me to figure out.
Oh, I was about to say that. Maybe if I read it, it would be different. But hearing it, I'm like, wait a minute.
Math, math.
I'm not ready for math.
I wasn't. When people told me they were doing math in that chapter, in that storyline, I just thought it was like, haha, 1 plus 2 math, not actual like pen and paper math.
Full on word problems.
Yes, it was full on word problems, and I was not prepared for that.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just sitting here like, am I dumb? Am I stupid? I know I haven't done math in like 4 years, but I feel so dumb.
Did I actually get an education?
Me. Hey, I'm getting more of an education from these games than I am like from actual school.
Yeah, you're getting better at what is it? Vocalization memory or vocal memory?
I'm also getting really good at seeing red flags.
Yeah, you're getting really good at distinguishing those colors right there. Really good at identifying them
Oh yeah,
and loving the color red.
Ken is not in the route at all because he's been on vacation for the whole route and he's taking over your job
Oh,
in this route.
go Ken, I guess.
Yeah, Icky, Icky is not in the route, but he's mentioned a lot
Oh, I
because you're
thought you were
asked.
saying
No,
something
no,
was
no,
icky. I was so confused.
no, because his name is Icky U, but he goes by Icky,
Okay.
which I've been thinking of naming a character Icky, but just because I'm in the mood.
Yeah.
But so you talk about him a lot because you said you want to go to the back alley to meet Icky, and Toma's like, "Why? Why do you want to go back there?" And I'm just here like, I don't know, because I had plans there, I guess.
Cause I want to. Cause I have
So you
free
go,
will.
so you go to the back alley with Toma, and then you get a memory back. So of course you get a memory back where you're asking Icky about advice, love advice, and then you faint because of how hard the memory came back, knocking you out.
Jeez, that's one aggressive memory. Are you sure Toma didn't just knock you out to get to get it over with?
No, because when you wake up, Toma's on top of you, and he's like, "Are you okay?
On
Are you
top of
good?"
you.
And then you're like, "Are you my boyfriend?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm your boyfriend."
Nah, man just saw an opportunity and tried to take it.
And you're like, okay, okay.
You're just like, okay. You're on top of me, so why
I
not?
guess it makes sense.
Oh my gosh.
So then Toma's over here like, you're not safe at home. You need to come to my house.
Is she not safe anywhere? Like, is she not safe breathing?
Not according to Toma.
Jeez, Toma needs to take a chill pill.
So of course Toma makes you stay at his house. So he's like, we need to go out shopping for you because you got to stay at my house for a few days. So you go out shopping.
Why didn't you just pack a bag from your house?
You do pack a bag from your house, like at some point, and then like when you run out, you go shopping because
Why?
he's like, I didn't expect you to stay here this long, but you need to stay here for longer.
Man's over here like, I wasn't expecting you to stay this long. And then turns around and tells you you're not allowed to leave.
Yes, pretty much.
Like, the first part makes it seem like he's unhappy that he told you to stay there and didn't tell you to leave.
Pretty
Also, why are
much.
you so. Wait, why are you so willing to do everything this man says?
Memory loss.
Boyfriend or not? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that aspect for a minute.
Memory loss keeps you here.
Yeah,
And you're just
because I
here.
guess I guess from a standpoint of like, if I ever lost my memories and someone said you're not safe, I'd probably be like, dang, what was I getting into?
Especially since you're like still having like those dead bugs on your door. Dead
Yeah.
bugs
Wait,
being in
so
your
like
mailbox.
they keep sending them?
Yeah. After they get cleaned up, they send some more.
Gee, I
Yeah,
think
it's
it
that
was
bad.
Toma. I think it was Toma. I don't trust this man.
Who does? Who does trust that man?
The Lulu people, but not our kind of Delulu people.
Oh, there's even a bad ending where if you if you get that ending, it's called you have bad taste in men.
Are you serious?
Yes, yes. In that ending, you get together with Toma.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. The irony. Um, you have bad taste. Oh, okay.
So of course, while you're out on your little walk, after you go to the lingerie store because that's the place I decided to go last,
Uh,
some random
wait. Did you choose to go? Or did Toma put it on the list?
Toma put it on the list of places to go.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
But as you're walking home, some bitch with scissors cut your hair.
Are you out of nowhere?
Yeah. And then
Like,
Orion's like freaking out. He's like, I should have seen it. I should have warned you in time. Mind you, those are the bitches who are the ones like putting shit on your walls and like also putting shit on your in your mailbox.
oh, they did the bugs?
Yes, it does come to you don't you I'm pretty sure you find out in another route. I mean like in another ending, but I was over
Mm-hmm.
here trying to live.
You're over here fighting for your life.
Hey, me fighting for
Wait.
my life happens in Icky's route too.
So, like, do you ever find out what their issue is? Or at least in Toma's route, do you ever find out, like, why they did that? Or just, is it just, oh no?
I know why they did that,
Okay.
but it also goes into Icky's route.
Okay, so we can wait on that.
Yeah, it's literally connected to ICU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that whole
Um,
fiasco, but that bullshit connected to ICU.
so so they just come up and they're like, "Yep, your hair gotta go." I mean, it's just hair, but at the same point in time, I've also had mental breakdowns over my hair, so I can kind of see why it's a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, like, you don't care because you have memory loss and you're like, okay, what the fuck?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Orion's over here like, "Your hair."
And Tomo's over here like, oh my God, who did this? I need to find out who did this. I'm going to hurt them. And then you're like, huh?
You're over here like,
Huh?
"It's hair."
Because his reaction was a little too out there.
Yeah, for hair. Yeah.
And I'm like, you're a dude, for starters.
Mhm.
And you're having this reaction over somebody cutting my hair.
Mhm.
So, of course, I'm just here like, this is weird. I gotta get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
So you go out one day while Toma's like at school because he's like, don't leave the house. So you go back to your house and you like wait till after Toma's like, you wait till he goes to school instead of going to your house because he goes to your house every day
Mhm.
to clean out the mailbox and take down the posters.
Mhm.
So you go home
I
and you
mean, I guess
find,
that's nice.
yeah, I guess. And then you find your
Sorry.
computer and you see the battery lying around.
Hmm.
So then you finally put the battery in your computer and you check your emails and all you get this are these hateful emails telling you to go die and other stuff
Oh my gosh.
and people coming after you and you're like and Orion's sitting here like what the hell were you doing before you lost your memories?
What were you tangled up in? He's over here like, maybe I shouldn't have crashed into you. You got some bad stuff going.
And then I'm over here like what the hell am I what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
And plus since you're on a time limit you're like okay we gotta go, let's go.
Wow. So all you see are death threats.
Yeah. And then sometime later Shin comes back into the storyline because you've been isolated with Toma for this whole time.
Mm.
He comes back in the storyline. He's like, what are you doing here? What are you doing at Toma's house? You haven't been answering your phone for a few days. I'm a little concerned.
The man who could have cared less is a little concerned.
And then Toma, with his crazy ass, is like, you don't need to know what's going on. I'm handling things. And Jin's like,
Handling things.
you're handling what? And he's like, you don't need to know what I'm handling. Just know I'm handling it. And you're sitting here like, what the fuck?
Jeez.
No, and then shit gets real messed up real quickly. This is when shit starts to flip.
Oh no. Oh no.
Cause then, like, the Shin's like, she can go to anybody else's house. She has other friends. She has girlfriends that she can hang out with and stay with. She does not need to be at your house. And then Toma's like, I'm gonna explain things to you. We're gonna go outside and have a talk. So
We're
then
gonna have a little chitty chat.
yeah, and then he turns to you and he's like, if you eavesdrop on this conversation, I'm gonna knock Shin out and then I'm gonna trap both of you in this house.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, I. Okay. Okay. Um. Wow. Okay.
And then he looks back at Shin. He's like, you wanna try me? You wanna try to take her out? Take her and leave? We haven't wrestled in a while, but we can see which one of us wins.
Man, this man just wants a reason to beat up Shin.
And
He's like begging for a reason. He's like, I want to fight.
so then, of course, he takes Shin outside and they talk. And I'm just debating with Orion if I should go eavesdrop on the conversation. And then Toma comes back in and he's just here like, Shin's gone. He understands what's going on now.
I don't trust him after that threat.
And you're just sitting here like, okay.
Like, he's just chill with this?
And
And why?
then
Wait. Why don't you deserve to know what's going on about you?
because it's too dangerous, remember? And then Toma tells you, he's like, are you scared of me now?
Yes! What?
Do you think I didn't know about your little day trip out? About you seeing the messages?
What kind of stalker? Does he have cameras in your house?
And then he has the audacity to be like, anything you think you can keep a secret from me, just assume I already know. Because I already know that you saw the messages about your little day trip.
This man is something else.
And he's like, are you scared of me? You want to run? And you just have to sit there and be like, what the fuck?
Dude, this whole thing. This whole thing is like worst ever possible case scenario when you lose your memories is like your crazy stalker gets a hold of you first.
It is, and you're just sitting here like, what did I do in this situation?
You can't do anything. If you took any self-defense classes, you don't know him anymore.
And then so you do try. So then, like, he like takes the key that he made you and all this other stuff. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna go out, but I'm gonna leave the door cracked so he can't figure out I'm leaving.
Mm.
So you go out again, and I can't remember. I think this is what was like you were trying to go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you know, you have to get back earlier, and then you try to go home again. But Shin finds you at the house because you're dumb, and I guess you forgot that he goes back to your house every day to clean it up.
Mm.
So he catches you outside. And I can't remember. I think this is the time. Nope. That's later on. But he catches like, so wait, is this the time? No. I keep getting confused on if this is the time where you break your ankle and he finds you and then he gets really upset and he's like, "Oh my God, you're just gonna keep running away from me, aren't you?"
Yeah? Why wouldn't you?
So then I can't remember which time it was, but this was a time where he then starts taking you to the house and gets angry at you, takes you back to the house, and then he starts drugging your food. Yeah.
Oh,
You wake
okay.
you wake up, eat, and then you get real sleepy right after you eat, and then you fall back asleep, wake up at evening time, eat, fall back asleep. And then Orion, you know,
That's some high powered turkey right there.
Orion being the worst fucking guard ever. After like 2 days, he's like, don't drink the tea. Don't drink it.
Don't drink the tea.
He's been poisoning it. And you're
After 2 days?
yeah.
Man doesn't pass out with you. How did he? Why did it take him 2 days?
Because he's like, it's been so weird that you're getting so sleepy all of a sudden. Let me go check out what what Toma's doing to the food and the drinks.
Oh my gosh.
No, so this was the part where you get out and then you run away after drinking because you almost get hit by a train.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah. So you almost get hit by a train. There's also
Mm-hmm.
a side part where you almost get hit with the potted plant, but that's like right after Yukio's like, ha ha ha, stay away from me.
Mm-hmm.
You might die. Yeah, we all know it was Yukio.
Yeah.
Yukio tried to kill you with a potted plant.
Dang. Man said I'm giving back to the earth.
This also happened while you were still living in your apartment too.
Oh.
Yeah, so he was in somebody else's apartment trying to kill you. Don't know how he got in there. He just did.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's super weird. But after that, Toma finds you again because you end up walking the way he comes from school,
Mm.
and then he starts throwing a raging fit. And that's the part where he kisses you while he's trying to drug you at the same time.
Oh, when he's trying to, yeah.
Yeah, that part.
Oh, how wonderful. What a sweet kiss.
And then you wake up, and Orion's like, I'm so sorry. I did not know he was like this.
Oh, Mr. He's so nice. Ignoring all the red flags. He ignores red flags more than you do.
And then you're there in the dog cage. Like,
Oh
oh,
no.
yes. And then he's like, I
Oh
do this for
no.
you. You're just gonna be in here for a few days.
Just a few. Just a few.
This is the only way I can keep you safe.
Was it like padlocked or?
Yes, it's padlocked.
Oh my god. Because I was like, dog cages are super easy to open.
Yeah, it's a padlocked dog cage that he said is specifically a larger breed dog cage. So
Dang.
it's not even like it's not like a cage that was like for like kinky. It's like a literal dog cage.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just can't get past the. It wasn't even like a cage for like kinky. Like it was. It was a legitimate dog cage. All I can imagine is like it's a great mastiff dog cage.
Yeah, it's just like in the middle of his room too.
He did.
He's like, I had a hard time bringing this into the house.
They come disassembled. Okay.
And I'm like, you put so much effort into trapping me.
Like man, that's some dedication. I mean, if he has any green flag at all, he's a dedicated man.
Dedicated to quote unquote keeping me safe.
Yeah. If he was really dedicated to that, he'd send you away.
And then of course I have the few days where I'm sitting in the cage, he's doing homework, like this is just chill. And then Orion's over here like, you know, while you were sleeping, he slept on the floor.
So?
So then
You
you
slept in a cage!
so then you're over here like, hey, did you really sleep on the floor? And he's like, yeah, I slept on the floor because you're sleeping in a cage.
You put him in. Okay.
He's like, I feel bad that you have to sleep in a cage, so I'm sleeping on the floor to make me
Then
feel
take
better.
her out of the cage.
Oh, and then, so when you go to the bathroom, you have to go to the bathroom, take a shower. He'll handcuff you to him with a chain to a chain, and then he lets you go to the bathroom.
Does he stand in there?
No, he waits outside while you're handcuffed to the chain while you're chained up.
What the hell?
Yeah, so you're chained on the wrist, and he lets you walk around to the bathroom when you got to use it.
How kind of him. How
so
oh so nice of him.
so then he's like, I know it's hard for you to put on your clothes, so I'm just gonna turn around, and when I'm going to chain you first, and then I'm gonna let you put on your clothes while you're in the cage, and then unchain you, and then lock the cage door so you don't run away.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You're like for real prisoner.
God.
There's even one night where he's just like, "Oh, so I see how you look at me, and I'm assuming that you think of me as a villain now.
You
I guess
put her in a cage.
I guess you're like the princess, and I'm the demon king, and Shin's the prince. He's going to save you one day, but it ain't going to be today."
Oh my gosh.
And you're just sitting here looking at him like, "What?"
Like, is this some terrible, like, wingman thing going on right here?
Oh, and I'm not even mentioning all the time where he's like, "You're a lady living in my house. I can't control myself."
No.
Yeah, he's like, "You should be glad that there's a cage between us."
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And I'm just here like, "What?" And Orion's like, "A cage that you have the key to."
Good thing he can't hear Orion. Giving that man ideas. Orion, you are not helpful.
Cause like Toma's over here like, "You're safe from me in that cage," and Orion's over here like, "Safe? You put her in the cage and you have the key to the cage."
Yeah, she's definitely not safe.
And I'm like, "Thanks for the commentary, Orion. You're doing so great."
Mm-hmm. You're being so helpful up until this point. Thank you.
So then, of course, Toma has to go out one day, and we realize there's like a loose bar in the cage because,
Mm-hmm.
of course, Toma doesn't know how to fix that shit up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get out and you get your phone, and you guys are trying. You and Orion are arguing about who you should call. Yeah. Okay.
What was that?
That was my dad
Hmm.
banging on the door, and then started laughing.
Okay.
Toma trait. But yeah. So then, like, you and Orion are arguing over who you should call. Like, you're like, maybe I should call Shin. Maybe we should trust Shin. And as you're trying to call Shin, your phone dies.
Oh my gosh.
So then Toma comes back and he's like, "Oh, your house wasn't that bad today. All they did was have ketchup, so it was kind of easy to clean up."
Thanks.
Thanks, thanks. But then he tells me that, like, because of all the mess that's happening at my house, my landlord might be evicting me from my place.
how nice of him to deliver that message. How convenient.
But then Toma immediately notices that my phone is missing.
Oh no.
And he's like, I thought I had your phone right here. And starts looking for it. You hide your phone. Mind you, th- this man bought you a jigsaw puzzle because he said he thought you were bored.
You're in a. Okay.
So you hid your phone in the jigsaw puzzle, of course.
That was kind of smart.
Yeah, you hid it in the jigsaw puzzle. And he's looking for your phone. And he's like, okay, I can't find your phone, so maybe I'll just call it.
It's dead.
Tries to call it. And then he's like, maybe it's just dead and I just misplaced it. So that kind of ends that kind of little thread.
Hmm.
So then, like, a few days later, he's like, you didn't touch your jigsaw puzzle, but I got you some gifts. I don't really know what you like anymore because I haven't talked to you since we were like children. So I just got you things that you liked when you were a kid.
Wait a minute. If y'all haven't talked since you were children, how is he your boyfriend?
That's the thing. He's not.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've gathered that, but I'm saying, like, up until that point, if they still believed he was your boyfriend.
Yeah, he had been dropping hints every once in a while that he has not talked to you for a long time.
Mm.
And everybody else is super confused. They're like, why do you think Shin has even pointed out he's like, you guys you were mad at him the last time you guys even talked. And you said you didn't want to see him. It's kind of weird that you hang out together.
How nice.
Yeah. And of course you get some weird memory about how you're upset because he doesn't see you as a woman. He just sees you as a child.
Toma?
Old you was upset that he saw you as a child.
That Toma saw you as a child?
Yeah, that's what you thought anyways.
I was about to say, if he sees you as a child, this is some real messed up stuff.
Toma also shows you a photo album of you guys every once in a while, and he's just here like, you were so cute as a child. You've really grown into a young woman.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, he says that weird shit.
That is just.
He's like the uncomfortable friend that you grew up with
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
like, says he saw you as a little sister, but then he never really did.
And he, like, weirdly flirts and stuff.
Honestly, that shit comes back in Shin's route too.
Oh,
Toma's crazy ass.
gross.
So then, of course, you and Orion plot to get out, while Toma has to go to school because his 200-word paper was wrong.
Hmm.
I wonder why, because he's like, I had some spelling mistakes and some pages are wrong, so I have to go to the school and talk to the professor about it. Be a good girl while I'm away.
Like,
So then you get out, you leave, try to run.
mm-hmm.
Yukio shows up and he's like, follow me if you want to live.
Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Me not trusting Yukio because like what's there to trust?
Yeah.
This man threatened me.
True.
And then he's also like, I told you that man wasn't your boyfriend. That man's crazier than me because he doesn't know he's crazy.
Yeah.
And my choice is to trust Yukio or to not trust Yukio. So I, thinking I'm smart, do not trust Yukio. And I run away from Yukio. Yukio just lets me run away.
Wow.
Yukio's easily avoidable.
Well, that's good
To a degree. He's easily avoidable.
to a degree.
Because I heard if you did go with Yukio, he was going to push you down a well and kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I run away, but I get lost. And I think that's where I break my ankle. And then Toma sees me. We lock eyes. I try to run from Toma. He knocks me out. I wake up in the cage again.
Okay. At this point, you're gonna end up living in the cage regularly.
And then he's like, "You're awake. Do you remember who I am? Do you remember anything? You kind of have that glassy look in your eyes. It's
Mm.
been a while since you've been out. It's gonna be you and me forever."
No.
And then you pan out and you're chained up. You have chain. You're chained up by the neck in the cage.
Like a dog?
And he's like, "I'm going to keep you in here forever and ever."
Oh my god. Oh.
That was my bad.
You're
That is
bad?
how that was the bad ending I got.
What the fuck? Dude, I can't. What?
That made Nicola look good.
I just. Wow. I can't.
Yeah, yeah, it's processing.
Yeah. So, he. Oh my god.
No, because like in the that other route I told you about where you have bad taste in men, he does find you at the end of the route, but you're like fighting each other in the house as he's trying to like, assault you because
Uh-huh.
he's done waiting and your diary falls. And then he opens up your diary and reads your diary and realizes you were in love with him the whole time. And then he's like, "Oh, so you want to go out?"
What?
And then you guys just get over what happened.
After he tried to assault you?
Yeah.
That's not something you just get over.
You make it work. That's why that ending is called "You Have Bad Taste in Bed."
Wow. Just wow.
Hey, I think it's either the good out route, the good ending or the normal ending is you being trapped in the cage still. Toma's still trying to assault you. And then Shin busts in and saves your life.
Go Shin. Apparently he didn't like you enough for yours. Sorry.
Damn, I should have just called that man.
You really should have, instead of spending all that time arguing with Orion.
Oh, yeah. Orion's still there at the end of that route, too. He's just there, like, "I'm so sorry this happened to you." While you're a catatonic doll, just don't remember anything. Because at that point, you can't remember shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not at all.
Jeez.
Like, you can barely even, like, have new memories.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because you've either been stuck in a cage, your room, Toma's room, or the hospital. No stimuli for the mind.
I don't even know what to say, because, like, just wow. Just, let's. Man,
Next
Toma
week,
is messed up.
next week we're gonna go into a more tamer topic.
I'm more.
Icky and magic eyeballs.
Magic eye. Okay. We're starting off with a bang.
Yeah, because the thing is, I was like, oh, because I was trying to get Ikyu's route first.
Hmm.
Because I was just interested in like doing the Playboy route. Because that's usually the guys I like to go for.
Hmm. Hmm.
They're all they're always like Playboys, but they're also always nice Playboys in the end.
Yeah.
They're never really actually assholes.
Yeah.
So I was going for that and got Toma instead. Because it turns out that Ikkyu is the spade.
I would
Not
expect Toma, based on his personality, to be the spade.
yeah.
Yikes.
Yikes is right.
And that's the first one you got, too. That was. Wow.
Because the funny thing is, I was avoiding Shin because I was like, I know Shin is hearts,
Hmm.
and I was like, I know Kent is Clover.
So it was a 50-50, and you got the
Yeah,
wrong 50.
I really did. Bro, Toma comes back in fucking Shin's route.
Yeah, you said that. That's gonna be very interesting.
I know he comes back in Shin's route, and he's like, and you're sitting here like, okay. And Toma takes your friendship very seriously,
Mm.
very very seriously, to the point of no return. I don't know what it is with him and friendship. Right, our friendship needs to be ended like immediately.
It shouldn't have even began.
And I'm just here like, how are you crazy? How are you like this? You have good parents.
Dang.
In fact, his parents bought, like, in one part, he's talking about how his parents bought him, like, a whole package, like a box full of rice cakes for him to eat. And his parents live, like, an hour away from him.
And they still bought him rice cakes?
Yeah, because they're, like, home away from home. Food for home.
Aww.
And I'm like, how are you like this? But your parents are like that.
Some people just.
How are you messed up? Who messed you up?
Himself.
He also claimed that I traumatized him as well.
What would you have done?
He says me getting mad at him like scares him and that was like it traumatized him.
Oh, but
And I'm
him
like
locking you in a cage, that's acceptable.
what did I do to you that gave you a trauma response from me yelling at you and you're older than me?
Exactly. Like, last I checked, you put me in a cage twice.
Cause he says that while you're in the cage too. And he's like, don't be mad at
What?
me. It gives me trauma.
As he's in the middle of traumatizing you. You know? Wow.
Yeah. Man is
Jeez.
crazy. Man is on some shit.
He really is.
I can't. I just I like half of the stuff that went on in that route I blocked out.
I mean, reasonably so.
Because I'm just here like, oh, what?
Because, like, why would anybody be into that?
Some people are. I went on TikTok and looked up Toma, and they're like, oh my God, he's just so sweet. He's so cute. And I'm like,
He locks you in a cage.
even in the anime that the game, no, it's not based off the game. They have an anime based on the game that kind of like gives you tidbits of like everything that goes on. So I that's how I knew about the dog part, the dog cage,
Mm-hmm.
other than watching reviews.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't delve as deeply into it. You just kind of have it and you get out and get free.
Mm-hmm.
But like like people were still over here like he's such a great guy, and I'm like, huh?
They didn't finish the route. They couldn't have. They stopped after seeing the first red flag, and then that way their view of him wasn't tampered.
And I'm just here like some of y'all sit here and say that freaking Kent is like the devil personified for making you do math. But Toma's right there.
Oh yeah, doing math is way worse than being put in a dog cage.
Apparently. And then some people hate IQ more than they hate him. And I'm just here like, IQ isn't even that bad. IQ is a great boyfriend, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to end the episode in the recording here.
Okay.
And